Hey, Tuesday night, Total Schmidt Show. Let's do this. Total Schmidt Show Season 3 is upon us. Tune in every week. I talk to entertainers from all over the world. Singers, dancers, comics, musicians, drummers, blah, blah, blah. All kinds. Techs, even some cruise directors. Most of the entertainers I talk to work on cruise ships. If you ever wanted to know what entertainers do, how they get through their day, any of the behind-the-scenes stuff about entertaining, we'll talk about that stuff here, as well as we'll delve into some of the entertainers and some of their works, some of their albums coming up, some of the things they've done in the past, things you can look forward to in the future. All that stuff you can catch here on Total Schmidt Show. But either way, get yourself a pizza, a beer, some bourbon, light up a cigar, or some sort of joint, or whatever type of crutch or vice you need to get through the evening, and sit back and enjoy whatever it is I put together this week on You're welcome. Hey, it's Tuesday. Welcome to Total Schmidt Show. We're back. We took the week off last week because the tech team was angry about the Bears losing on Monday night, and when the Bears lost again Sunday, we quickly realized that if we didn't put a show up every time the Bears lost, there may not be another episode. So here we are. Hi. Welcome back to Total Schmidt Show. We've only got a couple of months left before the season breaks. We break in early to mid-November for a couple of months over the holidays. So we got maybe 6 weeks, 6 episodes left. And this one is another one I recorded on Zoom from the house. This wasn't on a ship. This wasn't when I'm traveling. I'm doing the intro now on a ship. But this is Rob Brackenridge from Wisconsin. Good friend of mine who I've known for years. I haven't seen him in quite some time. If you're watching the show on YouTube, give it a thumbs up. If you're listening on any of the platforms, just subscribe to the show. It would really help me out to get some subscribers to the podcast itself. You can even go to the website and join. I've got a cash wall on there, or a paywall, and you can join for free and get updates on me, or you can join one of the paid packages and get content for as little as like $2 a month. That's pretty good right there, or $5 a month for a better package. Or you can also give several $1,000s a month. It's really up to you. It's your call. Anyway, or you can listen for free. So there you go. And I guess that's about it. Let's get moving. Rob actually is recommended by one of the followers, Ben Maggle, who's a good friend of mine, a follower, guy I've been talking to. Ben and Rob are both Packer fans. So let's get that out of the way right now. It's the last time I'm going to mention it on this podcast, but Ben texted me immediately when the Bears got crushed by the Lions today, and then I recorded Rob off of Ben's recommendation because Ben saw him at a show in Wisconsin. So it's a very long intro to Ben's podcast. So why don't you guys just sit back, relax, and enjoy to my conversation with Rob Brackenridge. First of all, we have to thank Ben Maggle, who's my follower. And we do a thing like on my website. On my paywall, you can join my website, and there's certain privileges for each member. You know what I mean? You get like some videos, you get this, you get that. And the top level is like this meeting. We have a meeting once a month, like a Zoom meeting like this, where me and a bunch of followers just sit down and chat. And he always comes on. He always just gives me shit about the Bears. That's the first thing it's funny because he's the first one. What do you think? Every comment starts with, "What do you think about the Bears this year, Lenny?" Every time. But, yeah, right. I know. I was going to put on a Bears jersey just because. But he's just last week we had a thing. He goes, "You got to have Rob on there." I go, "Dude, it's done. It's a done deal." So yeah. It's because of Ben that I reached out to you.
Yeah, I think he's one of my TikTok followers. I get a bunch of people that come to shows because they see those little clips I put on TikTok.
Yeah. No. Well, I know he lives right in Green Bay, so he's a huge. Yep. He's been a big supporter of me for a while. So he watches my shows, and then whoever I have a lot of people that I have on my show, he goes and watches them. Like he's a big follower of my brother Mike and a bunch of other people and stuff. So
very cool. Yep. But that means he likes good comedy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a real good guy. He's a great guy. How you doing, buddy? I haven't seen you in forever.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing good. It's just here in Appleton, Wisconsin.
You look good. You look like you haven't changed at all.
Yeah, I think when I look at pictures of myself like 10 years ago, I look like my dad now. I think we're all just turning into our dads.
Yeah, right. That's okay.
That just means I looked old back when you knew me.
Yeah. Plus, to means things are going according to plan too. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
you're going to end up looking like your dad. It's just going to happen. Every
Yeah.
once in a while, there's moments. My daughters, as every once in a while, and my daughters, they'll look exactly like my ex, like out of the blue. You're like, you ever notice? Like, I don't know. Do you have kids?
No, I never got married, never had kids that I know of. Yeah.
Sometimes you never know if they're in Wisconsin. There's some kid
You're
running a
right.
one nighter.
That's my biggest fear is like I'll be doing a show that I worked 20 years ago and some young lady will come up to me that has my face, and she says, "My mom thinks you're really funny."
Oh no, no.
It might happen.
I don't know. Well, we did a lot of things in our younger years, back in the days of driving around, living out of our cars through the Midwest.
Yep, I had a full head of hair and I was real handsome and I remember turning down pussy because I had to do radio the next day and now
Oh,
I'm thinking, why did I do that?
yeah, it changes now. Well, plus when you get older too, you have to readdress the way you talk to pussy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like now it's something you can be taken too quick as a creep now. Like I had this
Yes.
conversation, you know what I mean? Like 20 years ago, you could say one thing from a stage and that's funny or
Yeah.
cute. And you say the same thing now, and they're like, "Whoa, mister."
Yeah. And it's not even on the stage. It's just like walking down the street. They look at you and they see an old grandpa, and
Yeah,
you're like, in my mind, I still look like that, young, handsome
you're
guy.
like 30, like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah. Like they'd be interested in me. I'm like, no,
They're like, "No, you're weird."
no.
Well, that's funny. Your body doesn't feel that way either. Like I notice it when I do stuff physically. Like when I played softball, I would go out there and run like I was 18, but
Yeah.
my body was going, "You're not 18.
Well,
You can't."
you look like you're still in good shape though, huh? Still working out and shit.
Yeah, I do. I'm lucky. I'm on the cruise ship, so I do. I get to go to the gym all the time.
Yeah. How is
So,
that? When did you start doing the cruise ships?
it's been 15 years exactly, according to my
Nice.
accountant. Yeah,
Yeah, that's about when I did them for a little while, but
yeah.
I didn't. I did four different lines, and I never really got the hang of it.
Really, it's a different vibe, man. You know what I mean? It's different. It's almost like Vegas on water. You know what I mean?
Yep,
It's like every crowd.
that's exactly what I thought. Vegas on water, because the people aren't really there to see you,
No,
right?
no,
They're there
you're like
because
extra.
yeah, and they're done with Death by Chocolate on the Lido deck, and they just
Yeah,
they're
you're
gonna come down
you're a
and
check
watch.
on the list for the day. There's like
Yeah,
there's shuffleboard, there's Death by Chocolate, there's the buffet, there's
yeah,
this, and there's some sort of comedian at 9. And people just stop in, and people walk in sometimes like it's you're in a mall. They'll just
yeah.
walk in, sit down, or come in late.
They look at 2 seconds of it and go,
No,
not
I'm
for
leaving.
me.
I'm leaving.
Don't like
I
it.
don't think so. Yeah,
I didn't like the word. He used the word the. I don't like that word.
I'm not a
So
fan.
I'm
I've,
not, yeah. Or they get dragged in by their husband or something, or their
right.
wives.
Yeah, yeah. We'll get a lot where those PG shows you get full families in there, so you get kids in there that are sitting there and
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, I did Carnival, and that was like 13. You had to do like 13 shows a week, a day show for the kids,
yeah,
and then a night show for the parents that were, the kids were out of control, but the parents were all drunk. So I don't know which one was worse.
right,
And then I do Holland America, and you only do one show a week, and you have the whole theater to yourself.
right. Yeah,
Have you
yeah.
done Holland America?
No, I don't do Holland, man. I stay away from them. I'm a lot on Celebrity, some Carnival, and Norwegian and Princess.
I
Those are the
did
four.
Norwegian and Princess. Yeah, I got kicked off the Princess one.
Oh, what'd you do on the Princess one?
I don't know. I mean, I did my show, and I was supposed to do two shows that night, and no one really showed up for the show. So I'm just doing my act, for however many, maybe 20 people in a 500 seat theater, and I'm just doing it. And then I come off the stage, and the cruise director goes, he was an English guy. He goes, "Is that what you do?" And I'm like, "Well, that's what I did.
Yeah, it is what I do.
That's what I just did. Is that what you did? Is that what you do?" Because they have like jugglers and stuff like that. So he was, and then I then they helicoptered me off and helicoptered on Gallagher too. So we said hi to each other as we were by.
Was it really Gallagher too?
No, they didn't helicopter. They let me off at the next port. It was
Oh,
actually in LA, so I just had to slink my way home.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
but I loved Holland America was great because I killed, and you're the only show that's on, and then the rest of the cruise you're like a celebrity.
Yeah, yeah. If you're on early, everybody knows who you are. And then a lot of times the comics do the first night. That happens a lot because
Yeah,
we're the easiest ones to throw up there on the
yeah.
first night. Production wise, don't have to do anything. That's a tough day for them. Turnaround day, whatever.
And if you bomb, then you have a really bad rest of the week because they're like, "There's the guy that ruined our vacation."
Well, then you just don't go. You eat in off hours. You know what I mean? You don't go to the buffet. You sit back
Yeah.
in the corner. I don't want anyone to see me right now.
Yeah, you have to kind of try to because people, if you kill, people want to sit down at your table with you when you're eating and stuff, and they're doing your "Hey, Erno guy, here's
Yeah,
hey
yeah.
Erno," And then if you don't do well, then you just sit there and eat by yourself, and everyone you can tell they're all talking about
It's always a great feeling. That's the best. I love when they throw lines back at you. You know when it throws me up when it throws me off is when it's in a different setting. Like a lot of times I'll do the show on the ship, everything's fine. Then take the shuttle, go to the airport, and just wait. And I'll hear somebody from across the airport say something like tequila. And I'll be like, oh, that's
it.
who knows that? Oh, it's somebody from the cruise. Okay. Eba,
Yeah,
Eba, hey, how are you? Hey, you know what I mean? It's like if the worlds are removed or it's in a different place, it throws me off sometimes.
yeah, it's funny. It's a whole different world though.
I hear you, bro. Yeah, no, I think so. So how you doing now, man? What's going on with you up there? Obviously you're working the circuit up there, and
Yep.
Ben saw you up there.
Yeah, I moved back, I guess about 10 years ago to kind of help out my mom. She's 94 years old,
Wow.
and I don't have kids, don't have a wife or anything, so it's lucky that I'm here. I can take care of her and stuff. And
Right, yeah.
she's really in good shape and stuff. I mean, she's not at all like normal 94-year-olds. I mean, I take her to baseball games, we laugh, we go on walks. She's like the son I never
That's great.
had.
Well, good that she's with it at 94. That's got to be fun for you guys then, man. That's
Yeah, I
great.
took her to the Bahamas. Joker's Wild. Have you ever done that gig?
Oh no, that's a great gig. I heard about that gig. I've never done it, man. Good for you. That'd be a
Yeah.
great gig for her to go down to.
Yep.
Was she there for the whole? Did you do the 2 weeks? Is that how they
No,
do it?
not 2 weeks. No, she just came down for like 5 days,
Okay.
and people were like, "Oh, your wife needs another drink," and I'm like, "That's my mom." So
Hey, your
either
mom's your mom's like a cougar now at the pool.
I guess. Well, yeah. I don't know. What's older than a cougar? Cougars are like a certain age, but if you're a grandma, what would you be?
A
Like a
saber tooth? I don't know
saber tooth?
what comes
Yeah,
before
that would
cougar.
be, yeah, a saber. You just call them sabers for
Sabers.
short. My mom's a saber. And you know what? Older women that only like anal sex are
What's that?
a puma.
Oh, I
Wait
didn't
a
know
minute.
that. Look at that. I'm gonna mark that in the time code. It's a Puma joke at 3, 2, 1.
Nobody does puma jokes anymore.
No, I like it. It's a good dad joke. It's like a grown-up dad joke.
Oh, yeah, no, that's all I do is dad jokes these days. I'm in Wisconsin. That's what they clamor for.
Yeah, that's got to be in the market though. You got to be crushing it up there.
Oh, I love it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like being a big fish in a small pond. And I don't really have to get on airplanes anymore to work. So I just get in my car and drive a couple hours, and there I am.
Good for you, dude. That's a great life, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I'm flying a lot. It's a lot.
I know. I did for so many years. I flew and I just hated it. I didn't. But yeah, I don't miss it at all. I got to fly out. I'm doing a open bar. Have you done an open bar taping yet?
Oh no, they're in Florida, right? Is
Yep.
that at what's McCuddy's? What's
McCurdy's.
McCurdy's?
Yeah.
No, I haven't done one of those yet.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm doing Myrtle Beach. So I do have to get on an airplane. I'm doing the Comedy Cabana in Myrtle Beach. Have
Yeah,
you done that one?
yeah, I haven't been there in years though. I want to go back. I haven't been there in a long, long
Oh,
time.
it's great. It's
It's
a
a great
great place.
club. It's a great
I
room. Yeah,
love, and the guys that run it are excellent.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm doing that, and then I'm just jumping over to Sarasota and shooting the open bar. So, and it's
Cool.
it's kind of neat because I did the dry bar, and you have to be really clean,
Yeah,
super clean on the dry bar. But open bar, they want you to be as dirty as you can. So, I mean, you can say whatever you want on open bar.
yeah. It's a whole bunch of material there.
Yep.
You can tell as many Pumbaa jokes as you want there. No problem.
I'm open with it.
And those record those in Sarasota, right?
Yeah.
That's a good
Yep.
market. I know a lot of guys have been doing those, man. A lot of acts have been doing those. Those they did a good job putting them together.
Yeah. Ron Feingold's the guy that does it. He's a real funny comic. And yeah, I worked with him. I didn't even remember working with him. He was opening for me like at Jeff Valdez Comedy Corner in Colorado Springs.
Oh my God, yeah.
That was years ago. Did you ever work that one?
No. You know what? I never worked it, but I did a spot there when I would drive cross country. Back then, I would drive all over the country and do guest spots everywhere too.
That's how I started out. Yep.
Yeah.
In those days, that's how you did it, right?
Yeah, you drove around, and back then you could fill your calendar up or get a couple weeks right away. Remember, you could do a spot, and they would give you like, I got 3 weeks or whatever. Go, done. I'll take them. Bam, bam, bam. And you filled your calendar because it was all about filling that calendar back then.
Yep. And if you had a week off, you'd zoom out to the whatever Holiday Inn or what was having a, comedy night, and you'd do a little 10-minute set and then get everyone's information, then call them up and send them a VHS tape or whatever you had to do that they would throw away, of course.
Yeah.
And but now all you do is click a link, right?
Yeah, we didn't have to do anything. It's even harder now because it's all through socials and everything.
Yeah.
You know? And a lot of word of mouth. You know what I mean? Like if you've been, especially I guess with comics, because if you've been working a long time, you got to have, there's a lot of comics that haven't been working that long that don't have that much material.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, especially a lot of the ones that lean on social media a lot. Guys like you and I that worked the road for years.
Yeah,
we could work pretty much any room, anywhere. We have a lot of material.
Hey, we have so much material, it's not even funny.
Yeah, I don't know if I would put that in the promo package.
That's a tip of the hat to Geechee guy.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's great. God, I love Geechee guy. That's funny. Is that his line? It makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He would always have that in everyone. Guy was the king of the one-liners, wasn't he?
Yeah, he used to do that grenade thing. Do you ever remember that grenade? I worked with him on ships a bunch of times. You could sit around and talk about comedy with that guy forever, too.
I know. He was great.
Yeah, he knew a lot of stuff.
He just was gone in a second. He died in his sleep. That's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, his roommates found him. It's kind of messed up. You know?
Yep. You never know. You never know.
You hear a lot of these sad stories about how comics dying somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's getting that age now.
Yeah. When we were younger, if you died, that just meant, you didn't do really well that night. Now as we're older, it means something different.
Now dying really means a whole different thing.
Yeah.
How robbed you? He killed. Oh, that's great. No, he killed.
Oh no, he
killed like a waiter and then he killed himself. It was a really rough night. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of morbidity in comedy.
Are you getting down to Chicago much?
No, I used to work Zanies, and then Bert Haas stopped booking me. Is he?
Yeah.
Does he?
He's gone. He's out. He's out of the picture.
Well, now I got to get in with the. Yeah, I got to.
Chris, who was running Rosemont, and then it's who's is it? It's not Barb because Barb was the owner, but I think she passed too, right? But the woman from Zanies in Nashville is overseeing all of the booking.
Oh, okay, so that's the hub now. It used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be the
At
hub.
least that's what I had heard because I get booked in still. I got Rosemont coming in October.
Oh,
but I can't get into Nashville. You know
yeah.
I can't.
What about the downtown one?
I'm not doing it this time around. Usually I do Rosemont for a part of the week and then close up downtown on Sunday.
That's what I used to do too. I look forward to that. I love Chicago. Unless we're playing them in football, I love Chicago.
Yeah, well, that won't be till the end of the year because we do that. We play you twice in 10 days at the end of the year.
Yep, in December.
Yeah,
I'm going to one of them. I'm going to the first one.
Oh, is that Soldier? Is that your place?
Yes? I believe it is. Let me see. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I get to go to 3 games a year, and that's one of them.
Oh, that's great. Do you have season tickets split?
My buddy does. Yeah, that's the only way. Or wait for someone to die.
Right. Yeah, it's the only way you get like a few of the games. But 3's a lot. It's almost half the home games.
Yeah, right? Yes, I know.
Third.
I'm very lucky. I hope my friend doesn't die. Why are we talking about death so much?
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is supposed to be a fun podcast. That's you. Very dark cloud hanging over this episode. Well, I can't wait to call Ben and go, hey, thanks a lot, dude. That was a great suggestion.
Yeah, thanks.
Rob talked about dying for fucking for an hour.
Let's talk. Yeah, we'll talk about happier things. Did you ever think of calling your show the Talking Schmidt with Lenny? No,
No, I like Total Schmidt Show. I was a
I
big
do
fan of
like
that.
it. I
Yeah,
like it.
I stayed with that, and then I copywrote it and trademarked it and all that shit.
Okay.
So, but now there's some guy. He's a politician in Oregon, and he does Schmidt Show.
Okay.
So it's, but I already have the trademark. So I've been. He would have to contest. It's a long story, but I went through the whole process. With like a year of trademarking the whole deal. Bought a lawyer because I want
Wow.
to trademark the thing. Because I didn't want to do 3 seasons of the podcast and then have somebody go, "Oh, we have a trademark on that name."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Yep.
noticed that when I was looking at URLs. Like I tried to get, what is it I was looking for? TotalSchmidtShow.com, right?
Yep.
Which somebody took. And because what are they called? What are they called? Uh, the brokers. They're brokers that go out and just buy a bunch of
Right.
domains, and then they charge you a ridiculous amount of money to get the domain.
Yep.
You know,
And they only pay like $1 for it, and then they
yeah,
try to charge you $500 or something.
and they happen with sometimes they'll do more. Like the Cleveland Browns went through, or the Cleveland Guardians went through a whole thing
Oh
with
yeah,
their
Guardian.
website. Right, and that was their own fuck up. They should have checked first before they got the name, and
Yeah.
then they threw all the shit out there, and someone goes, "Hey, that's our name."
Yeah. And
Right.
someone got very wealthy from that, I bet.
Yeah, and then there's other like even like if you like I'm Mr. Lenny Schmidt on all my socials because somebody's got Lenny Schmidt on Instagram.
Ah,
And whoever it is has two pictures and it's from 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Like it's the only I have LennySchmidt.com,
yeah.
but then I also got MrLennySchmidt.com because then either one of them goes to my website. So
Yeah. Apparently there's a Rob Brackenridge that's an actor in LA too, because everyone says, "Oh, we keep Googling you and we get this really handsome young guy."
oh no way. Well, good for you.
Yeah.
You start you should start catfishing people.
Ruin that guy's career, damn it.
Just show up at a dinner party like, "Hey, I'm here." Who are you? Who are you, creepy old
I'm
guy?
Rob Brackenridge.
I'm
Okay,
Rob
here's
Brackenridge.
yeah.
I'm
Here's
television's Rob Brackenridge.
I did. When I was in LA. I'm sure you audition all the time. You're still in LA, right?
Yeah, I'm still for now. I think I'm moving next year, but I'm here for now.
Where are you going?
I think I'm going to Vegas.
Oh,
Pretty sure.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
a
I
good
like
place.
Vegas. It's close to here. My daughters still live here. So, and Vegas, if you live there, there's work in Vegas that comes up all the time. And
Yep,
then
that's where I think I'll move next.
yeah, and it's an easy airport to get in and out of. That's one of the big things for me was like, it's a real simple airport.
And there's a lot of more work right in the area.
There's tons. Oh crap. There's tons actually. There's way more than. Sorry, I just got a message I wasn't anticipating. Um, yeah, there's a ton of stuff that just happens. I talked to some buddies who live there. There's tons of corporate gigs and stuff happening. Like a Tuesday, something will happen. They'll need a host, or they'll
Yeah.
need to, or the clubs. Somebody books something. You rotate a guy. There's always something going on there somewhere. So
Yeah, that's a good next time I'm able to move, that's probably where I'm going to go. And it's actually the house prices aren't bad there either. You can buy a pretty decent house for
yeah, we're still. I think we're gonna rent at first, but rent wise, it's really cheap. It's really cheaper than here. In
yeah.
LA, I'm paying way more here, and I can get a bigger, better place. We've looked at I think my girlfriend and I were moving together next year. That's what we're doing.
Oh, nice.
So
Very
we're
nice.
actually, well, I'll be in Vegas in October, and we're gonna go look around some of the areas and stuff. But we saw online there's like some 4-bedroom houses for pretty good price, which I
Nice.
think we might do. Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't afford a 4-bedroom in LA.
Oh,
That would be
there's
like
no way.
5 million or
Yeah.
something.
Now I got a 3-bedroom apartment here, which I have a great deal on, which is still way more than whatever I'll pay in Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't stand that. In LA, I do miss some things, but I don't miss living in a little tiny box with someone above you, someone below you. You
Right.
always know when they're having sex up there.
Yeah.
You can hear everything.
Yeah. We'd have those apartments that are so close that if you looked out your window, you could see the family next door having dinner at their kitchen table 10 feet from your place. You know what I mean? It's just, it's like, that's that Manhattanization where they cram people into an area as
Yep.
many as they can. They don't care.
And
You
you're
know what I
paying
mean?
1,600 a month for the rent, for a little
Yeah.
tiny place. Here,
Nice.
it's great. I got this is the house that I grew up in, and it's there's a lot of work when you got a house, but
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
No, that's good, but it's good. It's kind of nice the older you get, you realize how cool it is to own something though, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
It's a really big deal. Those are the mistakes I made when I was younger because I owned nothing.
Yeah. When I moved to LA, or yeah, I moved in 91. And if I had just bought like a $200,000 condo back then, it would be worth $1 million now.
Yeah, right. I'm constantly, my ex was in the real estate business for a while. And there was a window when we were talking about buying a house. And there, to this day, I look at it. I'm like, we should have bought, that's the one we should have bought. That was the time. It was like right
I,
then. You
yeah.
had bought it. And then 2 years later, it almost doubled in price. And there was I had a bunch of friends that bought houses. I got a guy that bought a place in Winnetka for like 180 or 190 or something like that, and
Yeah.
then turned around and moved it for almost six. You know what I
Wow.
mean? Which
Yep. In
and he
just a
was
couple of years.
yeah, and he was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get out. Why not? I'll get out. And he went back to Seattle, and it was more comfortable for him and his wife. And
And he's got a nice big bank account. Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
and yeah,
I kept holding off on buying anything because I kept thinking I was going to get big and rich and famous,
yeah, I know. That's what I
Because
did.
Drew Carey lived in the apartment above me. He was the first guy I met when I moved to LA. And he
Right.
said, "Yeah, come on down to my building. There's plenty." So I watched him. He was in the apartment above me. He got his own sitcom. All of a sudden, he moves out to Joe Pesci's mansion. We helped him move in. But he paid us in pizza and beer.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, well, that's going to be me. Then I'm going to get my own sitcom. And so I won't, I'll hold off. I'll just pay rent until
Like
then.
that's the natural progression of things.
Yep,
Eventually, I will be the one. Yeah. Yeah. I was with you. I did the same thing. I
But then
planned all that.
I did get on. I didn't know I was pregnant. So at least I have that going for me.
See, you get a reel. That's all that
Yep.
matters.
And LA Forensics. I was doing all those reenactment shows.
Oh, those are great. So you were like you weren't the guy, you were the actor playing the guy. And they
Yep.
would
I
say
was
at the
the
bottom,
killer. Yeah. That was the very first thing I got.
this is a big artist rendition of this is an actor portrayal, right? That's what they called it. This is an actor's portrayal of the crime in question.
Yeah.
Which I always love it that they had to put that up there. You're like, do you really have to put up a video saying that this is an acting portrayal of the murder?
Because they show the real guy at the end of it, and he's like a grizzled old guy, and the actor guy, it's like this handsome guy,
dude. You're like, oh, you were like the step up. You were the better looking version of the creep.
Yeah, and they needed a guy that was bald but had hair on the side that looks like a goat's horns.
Yeah.
So I had to put my hair. I had a little bit longer hair, but I was still bald on top. So I made my hair into it. Oh, and you can see it on my website or on YouTube. It was called LA Forensics. That was the name of the show.
Okay.
And I played a murderer who rapes and murders this woman in a car. And I had my mom. I told my mom I'm going to be on TV, and she had all her little bridge friends around watching TV. There I am, the rapist.
Oh, that's great. That's my boy.
Yep. My son raped that woman.
Shut up. And friends are like, "What?"
It was just acting. It was
Yeah, you got to explain that to him.
Mhm.
When I was on True Blood, I got murdered horribly by Bill. No,
I
Lorena.
love True Blood.
Yeah,
Oh, you got murdered by Bill?
Yeah, it was Lorena actually. She snapped my neck while Bill took a chunk out of my wife's neck. He like bit into her neck. It's a great scene.
Do you
It's a
have
really
that
great
on
scene.
YouTube? Do you have
Yeah, it's on my reel. You can go into my website. It's on my website.
I'm gonna check that out. That's so cool.
But I wouldn't let my daughters see it for a long time because they were little. They were little kids, right?
Yeah.
And then one day I was on the road and they called me and they're like, "Hey, Dad," this is when streaming was just starting to be a thing. And she goes, "Hey, Dad, we want to watch your True Blood." And I was like, "Oh, all right. Well, we'll go ahead and watch it." I was talking to them on the phone. I go, "We'll go ahead and watch it now. It's fine." So I get murdered and they laugh hysterically because I'm screaming and there's blood flying everywhere. I go, "Why is this so funny to you?" They're like, "You're funny. You die funny, Dad. You're loud."
It's fun to watch your dad die, especially if it's not real.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, they were so desensitized to anything I did. One time when I did my prison break, I was on prison break and I was at the time there was a show out called Chuck that was on Fox. It was like it was a spy show. Steve Krasinski was on. It was a pretty good show about this guy that ended up working with spies and he's a fish out of water or whatever. He worked at a Best Buy type store, but his name was Chuck. Anyway, my daughters love this show, Chuck. So one day I shot Prison Break, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be on like the 28th, and I'm watching TV with the kids, and if somebody calls me and goes, "Hey, your Prison Break is on now." I go, "Oh, it's on now?" And they're like, "Yeah." So I grabbed the remote. And this is back when we had TiVo, so I grabbed the TiVo. And the girls, I changed the channel. The girls like, "What are you doing?" And I go, guys, I gotta record I'm on prison break." And but we're watching Chuck. I go, "Okay, okay. Can Daniel record himself on TV real quick if you don't mind?" Because I just need to pop over and hit record. But they could care less. Like, no, just make it quick. I'm like, fine, fine.
Yeah, back in those days, if you didn't record it on your TV, you couldn't get a copy of it. It's almost impossible to get a copy.
If you could, but it took forever, and you had to
Yeah.
call a letter or whatever. But I used to do that. I used to do the TiVo thing, and then plug my video camera into the old receiver,
Yep.
download it to a tape, right, and then put it on. That's how I made my reels early on.
Yep. That's how I did it too.
Yeah.
If you try to explain that to people now, it's like, what? How archaic.
Yeah, it's like, you animal. You had to live like that?
We thought it was so state of the art back then.
Dude, I thought I was breaking all the rules too. A couple of new chords. I'd get the gold tip one. You got to get these gold tip plugs. These are the way to go. Put them in. I think I'm making a big difference. But yeah, that's the only way to get your stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, and I still have all that old equipment. I don't know what to do with it, but yeah, everything's easy now.
I don't know if I have that stuff. I recently had all my stuff digitized. So I might have got rid of I had the old camera. I had that for sure. The old high 8 camera. That's what I used.
That's what yeah. All my tapes are high 8 tapes now, and I don't know how to transfer them over to digital. I don't know how to do that.
Oh, there's a thing. You can do a thing online. I sent them in and paid for it. I think it's Legacy Box was the company I used.
All right, I'll do that. Legacy.
And it was I got a good deal on. The deal was they gave you some sort of discount deal or whatever, and I just got every high 8 tape I could find in my store.
Cool.
You know, everything. I just threw it all in a box, and I go, here you go. And they file it all.
One price for everything?
Yeah, one price for everything. And then it's online. It's on here. In fact, I can go online and check. Every once in a while I'll go on here. I gotta go. I was watching the old Disney tapes with my kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When they were little kids.
Yeah.
So, but I got stuff from talent shows. It's all mixed into one big thing.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice to have access to that too, because then you can edit on CapCut or whatever. And
right.
Are you on TikTok at all?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Great.
Yeah, it's all Mr. Lenny Schmidt pretty much everywhere.
Oh, Mr. You always put a Mr. in front.
Yeah, I had to because that guy took the Lenny Schmidt on Instagram. So I didn't want to have a different email and Instagram. Do you know what I mean? Yep. Or Instagram, Facebook. I wanted all one thing.
Yep. And Mr. is good, and it gives you kind of some class.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I'm somebody. Mr. Lenny Schmidt.
Another Geechee guy thing. He goes, I went up to Mr. and I said, "Are you guys Mr.?" And they said, "That's Mr. to you, Mister."
That's total Geechee guy. Yeah. I love that. Him and I worked. We did a couple of shifts together, man. We got stuck in Alaska for a few hours once.
Oh wow!
It was a nightmare travel day.
He would be a fun guy to be out there with because he never stops talking. He never stops telling you stories, and they're all interesting.
But... Yeah, he's a really interesting cat. Yeah, he's like the first time I met him, we were up all night. No kid, we're in the crew bar up until the sun was coming up. I wasn't drinking or anything. We're just sitting there talking.
Yeah, he can't stop. He doesn't know how to stop.
Yeah,
so you just kind of have to just walk away. He figured out.
You gotta have a heart out with Geechee. You're used to. You have to go. Look, dude. 8 p.m. I gotta go. I gotta make a call. I got a thing.
Maybe that's why God took him. He just went, "Listen, dude."
Yeah. Well, now he's up there going long.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Now he's like, maybe we can send him back down.
Yeah. That's great. Geechee, why don't you go give it another shot? We're gonna send you back down there. He was great for a while. He lived in Mexico, on Playa del Carmen, right? And he had a place there for a while. And it was just a shuttle ride or a ferry ride away from Cozumel. So whenever I would get on a ship that would come into Cozumel, I would leave and get a message the next day. It goes, "Hey, are you coming to town?" And I literally everywhere with Geechee, I missed him by a day everywhere. When he lived in Vegas, it was the same thing. He would send me a message on Monday going, "Hey, are you coming to town?" I was like, "Yeah, I was here last week." Yeah. I go, how does this happen every time? Anywhere you are? Because he would bounce between Mexico. I guess it was Mexico before the divorce, right? And then he got rid of the house after that and then lived in Vegas.
Yep.
And all that stuff.
And he was married for a while.
Right.
Yeah. I just run into him every once in a while, and it was always fun to see him. But yeah,
he would we always joked about it. Like he would do the ships, he'd do the ships out of LA, and they would put him on a 3-day ship, which was kind of the worst ship for him. He was better. Like the longer the cruise, the older the people.
Yeah.
And Cruz, and he was way better with an older audience. You know what I mean? Even
Yep.
though younger audience, if you got an audience, if you got a young audience at the right time, he was in good shape because he'd be great for. You would think he'd be really good for crowds now because people have such a short attention span, and he was one of those quick joke guys. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He was like his jokes were 15, 20 seconds,
Yep.
right? One of those guys, which I was always amazed by that. I'm more of a story guy where I'll
Yeah.
tell a bit or a story because I can get into the story and embellish it and whatever. But if you're
Yeah.
doing those short jokes like that, you got to remember in a 30-minute set, what are you doing? 30 times 3, 3, 9, that's 9,
Yeah.
90, 90 to 120 jokes you're telling.
And how do you remember all that
That's what
too?
I'm saying. How would you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I could tell a story will make me think of something else and I'll work off
Right.
the crowd. But then once I get finished a 12-second joke, I'm like, all right, what do I do now?
Yeah. To the next one. But he had like a Rolodex in his head. He must have had a
Well,
million
well,
jokes
he
in
was
his
one of
head.
those crazy guys like L.A. Fraser Smith's like that. Did
Yeah.
you know Fraser
Frazier's.
right here? Okay,
Yep.
he was a guy like that too. But he's a quick joke guy. He's 15 seconds, 20 seconds,
Yep.
bam, bam.
That's perfect for a cruise ship, I think, because of the attention span of people that have never been to a comedy club. They just want to look in. And if they
Yeah.
look peachy, they hear a joke. Oh, that's got a beginning, middle, and end. I'll come in and listen to this guy.
We do like a lot. The ships, at least, they'll pay attention a little bit more now because there's still an older crowd, on the ships.
Yeah.
Also, they're not as distracted with their phones on a cruise ship as they are in a club.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a real pain in the ass now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That would be a blessing. Yeah.
It is.
Because,
It's great. It actually helps a lot. So yeah, you can do that. But I think the younger generation, because we're so short attention span, sometimes I'll lose a younger generation on a long bit. If I got a 3-minute bit, they miss two jokes in the middle. They're not going to get the back end of it, and they're not going to get the callback. They're like, "What is
yeah,
that? I don't get what that means."
the attention span is so different. Yeah.
Yeah,
From
that's why a short joke guy I think could do pretty well. But then younger crowds don't appreciate jokes. I don't think as much.
That's what I was thinking, though. When I wanted to do the cruises, I thought, well, I'll just put together a whole bunch of jokes. But
Yeah.
if you're already established and you have a certain pattern and everything, you can't just jump into a joke telling guy. Like Geechee
Right.
could never jump into just a conversational kind of guy,
Right. Right. Right.
Yes,
Right.
it's you got to dance with the girl that brung you, and
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a boxing match. You got a certain cadence that you follow
yep,
that you just it's a rhythm. Everybody's
yep,
got their own rhythm, and those quick joke guys definitely have the ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-ba-ba-ba, and it's
yeah.
just kind of their thing.
I used to really admire that. I thought, God, I wish I just knew jokes. I wish I could just remember jokes. But then the joke guys will come up to us and say, "Boy, I wish I could do that conversational stuff."
Yeah, it's true.
It,
No,
you always want what you don't
you always
have.
want what you don't get. Yeah, you always want the other. So the grass is always greener, whatever you want to call it. It's the same.
Yep.
It's the same reference with like when I talk to or have musicians on here. Every guitarist or musician wants to be a comedian, and every
Yeah.
comedian wants to be a musician. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Every time I run into a band or work with a band or something, they always go, "Gosh, I wish didn't have to travel with these assholes."
I get that. I don't know
Yeah.
how anybody could make that. Like we're
Right.
probably in good shape because we just travel by ourselves for so many years.
And we feel sorry for ourselves. We're like, I'm all by myself in this room, and then they're going, God, I wish I was all by myself in
Why
this
is
room.
Fred here?
Yeah.
I don't know how bands can survive. That's a great
I
point.
don't either. Yeah,
That
I
would
don't
drive
know
you
how they
crazy.
do that. Well, that's why they break up too, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's even more amazing. Well, I've heard the stories too. Is like I know people that work backstage. Like I think it's Cheap Trick now as a band, and Van Halen was doing this too. They show up. They don't even talk to each other when they show up.
Oh wow.
It's not. They don't hang out. They don't travel together. They show up, and with Van Halen, it was Dave that was doing his own thing at the back end those last couple tours, and
Yeah.
then Eddie toured with his brother and his kid. But then Dave got his own flight and all this crap. But I heard Cheap Trick, Robin and the guitarist? Who's there's Robin Sanders, the singer, and
Yeah.
who's the guitarist? Why am I drawing a
And
blank?
Cheap Trick. I
Rick Nielsen. Rick
oh
Nielsen.
yeah.
But I guess they don't talk. That's what I've heard. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I've heard.
Well, yeah, if a band is together long enough, they're like an old couple that just are so sick of each other, but they don't want to get a divorce. So
Yeah.
they're just like they don't talk to each other, they're like they grudge
Plus,
at
you
each
did
other.
this one thing together that everybody loves.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that's hard about it, I think, would be like if you want to come back. Like I always look at bands and all of them or sequels. When people do a movie and they want
Yeah.
people to come back for the sequel. People will
Yeah.
be like, I don't want to work with that guy again.
Yeah, so they don't mind if they don't like each other as long as the money keeps coming in. They just figured out a way to deal with it.
Yeah, you gotta. Well, that's
And then if you think about it, it's still good for them. You know what I mean? Then they still hit a chord the right way creatively that made people come to them. So they've succeeded. You know what I mean? They've done that extra step that you want people to come out to see you specifically. You know?
Yeah, and you never see comedy duos anymore. You remember Steve and Leo out of
Yeah.
Chicago?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, I wonder if they liked each other all the time, or if they, if
Well,
they
they all
got
broke up. That's part of the
Oh, they did.
deal. Yeah,
Yeah.
Steve and Leo. Yeah, they became writers eventually, and
Oh yeah.
They were out here writing, and they wrote. Didn't they write the Santa Claus? Is that right? I think they did.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then there's Tommy Dreesen. It was Tommy Dreesen and Tim Reed were a duo, and
I don't remember.
I saw Tommy Tommy is the guy who opened for Sinatra for forever, and I saw Tommy last week at a club here in L.A. We were doing a spot together.
What's his last name?
Tommy Dreesen.
Oh, Dreesen. Yeah,
Famous
I never
Chicago
heard him
guy.
called Tommy.
Yeah.
It was Tom Dreesen.
But Tim Reed was his partner for a long time before Tim separated. They
From
went their
Barney
separate
Miller?
ways.
He was in Barney Miller.
Tim Reed was WKRP. He was Venus
Oh,
Flytrap,
WKRP. Yep.
and in a bunch of other stuff too.
I never saw Reed and what did they call themselves?
Oh,
Reed and Dreesen?
I can't remember what they were. Oh, I don't know. It wasn't Molly Wong, right?
Yeah, and Carlin was in a duo too.
Yeah, when he started out.
Yeah, with Schreiber or no, Jack. This is terrible. We need some Prevagen here.
Yeah. They were called Tim and Tom. Is that right? That's what it says here.
Tom.
That doesn't seem right to me. But yeah, I guess so. Tim and Tom.
And what was Carlin had a duo with Jack. I can't think of his last name. I have to Google it. That's so funny that we have
Google everything now.
Everything at our fingertips now.
Yeah, right. Wow, it doesn't. Why is it not? Maybe I spelled Carlin wrong. What's wrong with me? Oh, that's part of it. You know what? It's me. I'm the guy that misspells stuff so bad that even Google's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, the Chat GPT doesn't know what you're talking about.
It does. It says, "Did you mean ravioli?" No. How did change a carburetor in a 1968 Chevy Impala? Did you mean ravioli? No.
Yeah, so it gives you a good ravioli
kind of funny
recipe. Yeah, I've been talking to my Chat GPT thing because that's even better than Siri. They got personality. Have you tried that? The Chat GPT person?
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, they're like, if you say, "Hey, yo, what's going on?" She's like, "Oh, not much, my bro." That kind of thing. They just whatever you're saying.
Well, it learns from you. So it plays off of what your thing is.
But it really does kiss your ass. It's like having someone that just is a yes man all the time. Because I was telling it, I said, "What do you think of this joke?" And she was like, "Oh, that's hilarious." And then I just told a real stupid one. She goes, "That is hilarious." I go, Nope, that one's not funny.
You're lying. Well, they're having a huge problem with that right now, man. There's kids that are killing themselves based off this Chat GPT stuff.
Yeah, I just heard that because he was Googling how to kill yourself, and the Chat GPT went, "Oh, it's really easy.
All you gotta
do, just take a rope and then get something really high because you don't really want to gurgle."
Dude, I did. I wrote a joke. I did a bit about that on the last recording I did a year and a half ago. And I've been working on doing a different level of it, but I don't even want to do it now. There's 3 kids that have killed themselves in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Based off of Chat GPT information. And it was almost verbatim to what I had said in my bit.
Oh no.
And it was early on. I predicted it early on. I'm not a genius, but everyone knew it was going to go that way. And I also didn't realize how ass kissy it was going to be. Like it doesn't stop enough and go, "Hey, you need to stop doing this or whatever. You can't do this."
It doesn't have any. It's not objective. It's just basically your best friend that won't tell you anything bad.
Are you
like anyone around Trump?
Right? Yeah, it's like no, right? No. Well, they would be fired immediately. That's what I mean.
Exactly.
The only people around Trump are Trump's only surrounded with Chat GPT robots.
That's right.
It's got to be. They all agree. Great idea, sir.
Oh, that is fantastic.
You definitely won the 2020 election.
Did I mention how handsome you are today, sir?
You look fantastic, sir. Anything we can do for you, let us know.
And you're not fat at all.
No,
Here's
not at
another
all.
burger.
Disagree. Ankles look fine.
And they just thought he was dead for like he wasn't in the public eye for the last couple of days. Did you hear about that? They thought
Yes,
he
I
was.
did. Yeah. I always think of Mr. Burns in the cryo chamber when that happens. I think they put Trump in a chamber for 3 days. He needs the master needs 3 days to recharge and replenish the anger.
Smithers, who's the
He
firebrand?
comes
on
back out in
Section
3
G?
days. He's fine. I'm back, everyone. I
Yep.
took a rest. I totally needed the rest. I'm so much better now. I'm way better. I'm better. I'm better than I've ever been better before.
I'm more betteristic, and I make up better words than anyone here.
And if you disagree with me, you're nasty, nasty individual.
Yeah, it's just like any, the rich kid in school. He's just grown up, and he's now in charge of everyone. That just.
Dude, I compare. There's a bit I'm doing on stage. He's like the kid. You might relate to this. He's the kid in town that no one liked that had a pool. Like nobody, and you would go over there and nobody would get your back because you would be friends with the guy because he was the only kid that had the pool. So everybody would hang out with this little shithead.
Like in The Simpsons, Gilbert. Remember Gilbert? He
yes.
had the pool.
Yeah.
So Trump is like Gilbert if he was an asshole.
Well, have you seen any of the new South Parks? Are you watching that?
No, I got to see that.
Watch the third one because it's all about chat GBT, and it's just what you were just saying. Yeah, it's just the whole thing is the whole episode is about how it kisses your ass. It's hilarious. It just keeps bringing it back. It's really funny.
Oh, I got to see that. Yeah, I love South Park, man.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, but they release it once every 2 weeks. I think they got another one coming out tonight.
Yeah, they can say whatever they want. They're not going to get canceled ever.
Dude, they're great. They're taking some strong shots at Trump this year.
Yeah, I love that.
Really
naked,
yeah,
naked.
dude, that little penis thing is the funniest thing. Come on, Satan.
I wish I could do stuff like that in my act, but I'm in Wisconsin, and half my audience would just walk right out.
Yeah, you got a Trump crowd up there.
Yep. I keep politics out and I keep religion out, and that's it.
Well, that's smart. I don't do that either. I'll make fun of. It's hard to even make fun of politics if you make fun of both sides. Like I'm in the middle. You know what I mean? But you can't. People are so offended about it. If you just say the word Trump, people get mad at you for all kinds of reasons.
Yeah, because you're going to get fanatics on either side, and the fanatics are the ones that yell and say, "It's wrong." You got to see there's truth on everywhere. Half the country wouldn't have voted the way they did if everything was perfect. Money's been running the goddamn
it's all
forever. So
right now it's been money forever.
Yeah. Now we just got a figurehead that actually is blatantly saying, yes, it's money that runs everything. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
and people just keep falling for it and doing whatever. Well, the internet's distracting us. So
yeah,
that's it. Everything's chat GPT.
We're talking like old guys here.
We are.
Back in my day.
Well, I'm glad I'm at the back. I don't know how people are going to handle this moving forward. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad there were no cameras around when I was in high school. There's a lot of things I'm really happy about. And even from a work standpoint, talk about like if you had to start out now, like if you had to start out doing stand up and starting your career, what a nightmare that would be.
No, you can't start out the way we did. No. You have to start out online.
Right.
Nobody's going to get booked unless they have somewhat of a following now.
Right. And we used to do all we did. We'd just hang out in clubs all night. Yeah. And with us, it was just work on the sets.
And that's how you got better too. Yeah. That's how you get better because you experience it. And nowadays they're not getting better because everything they're seeing is online. And then when they do get in front of an actual live audience, they're like, "This is so foreign to me. I don't know how to react to this."
They don't know how to. Yeah, they don't know how to react in front of a live audience.
Yeah. So I think it's all bullshit. And we had the best generation.
Well, geez, I remember living out of my car, man. Those are some great years.
Oh,
yeah. Sometimes I look at those years too and think about how simple it was. All they had was a cell phone bill. That was it. Yeah. Or a calling card. You remember the old we did back then. We were doing the calling cards where you had to stop and punch in the 75-digit number to check your messages or whatever, or use a phone.
That's when phones actually cost, because now you pay for the phone. You never think of paying like long distance. You can call someone in London and talk to them for an hour. And back in the old days, that would be $50 or something.
Sure, yeah, right.
So, and now we're being tracked by these things.
Right.
So you can't hide on your parent. Like when you're a kid, you go off and hide. You can't do that anymore if you want to bring your phone with you.
No, I always joke about that. I know exactly where both my kids are always. You know what I mean? There's always a tracker somewhere. Even if they don't want me to know. Well, now they're older. They're 23 and 21.
Okay, so you don't.
But because they're on Find My Phone and we're on the same account, if they lose the phone, I want to be able to find it. So that's kind of the whole point. So
and it's kind of comforting knowing where they are too.
Yeah, or not.
What? She's in a brothel?
What are you doing in County Cork? That can't be right. Get out of there.
It could be bad.
Stay away from Leo. Stay away from Leo. Just freaking out.
That's so cool that you got grown-ups now. You just had little kids all the time when I knew you, and now you have grown-ups.
I know. One just moved out, man. It's interesting. The other one lives here.
You're an empty nester?
No, I got one more that lives with me here.
One more to kick out.
When I move, one more to kick out. When I move next year, she's moving in with a roommate. So that's the plan. So
nice.
So,
and then it'll be you and your girlfriend in Vegas.
Yeah, and she's got a niece that she's raising, a 15-year-old niece.
Okay.
So I'll have a teenage girl in my house still.
Yep. 15. It's a 15-year-old girl or boy?
Girl.
Okay.
Girl.
Yeah, with the boy. Yeah.
That's right. I'm used to girls. I can handle.
Right.
I know the drill.
Someone said when you have a boy, you just have to worry about one dick. When you have a girl, you got to worry about all the dicks.
True, man. It's totally true. I don't know how guys. It's tough with the girls. A lot tougher because you think about when you were younger. Also, you're just young, man. You're not thinking clearly. You know what I mean? You make a mistake at 20 or 21 or 22. You meet someone, you fall in love. I mean, they're starting to go through that first relationship stuff. It's rough,
Yeah,
I think it's the end of the world.
Yeah, the first time you get your heart broken, you think it's a huge. Oh, I'll never get over this.
Yeah, it's devastating.
Yeah, and then as you get older, it's just like, whatever.
Yeah, and you can't. And there's the hardest. The hardest thing about that is you can't really. There's nothing you can do. And like as a parent, you feel totally defenseless, where you just go, "Yeah, I know it sucks."
Yeah, and you say, "I went through that too." They're like, "No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You don't know anything that I'm going through."
Well, I always told him, I go, "This is going to happen to you a few more times, by the way." And they were like, "Don't say that." I go, "I'm."
Yep, you got to pass on that wisdom. I remember thinking my dad was the greatest guy in the world. When I was like 10. Up till I was 10, and then like about 13, I just thought he's an idiot. And my dad was a physics professor. He was the country's
like a
top
legitimate genius, right?
He's the country's top Newtonian astrophysicist, and I'm like, you don't know anything.
That's hilarious. You're stupid, Dad.
That was Dad.
Yeah, I enjoy now watching the younger generation lie to me. Like when they'll lie to, I'll know because I know immediately. It's like I always think about when I was a kid. I always think, why did I think I was fooling my mom in any way, shape, or form? With this bullshit story.
And you can see right through the lies, and we didn't think they could see through our lies. But
right? We thought we had all covered and figured out.
Yeah, I'm smarter than those old people.
Yeah, right. That's so wrong. It's so incorrect. Right. That's funny. Oh, man. Well, hey, dude, let's wrap this up, man. What do you think?
All right.
Let's do. I think we're almost at an hour. I think we're close.
Yeah.
I did my timer
It went by quick.
I know. It was good to see you, buddy. I haven't seen you in forever, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Ben brought it up, and I'm glad it ran into you. And I'm glad this worked out. Thank you for taking the time to do this on the internet. Very nice.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's good catching up with you.
Yeah, of course. Do you want to plug anything? Plug it right to camera, man. Your website, your Instas, anything.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow night, I don't know if this,
this will be next week.
If you're watching it now, and tomorrow night I'm at the Skyline Comedy Club with Michael Palisak. You know Pally?
I love Mike, Chicago guy.
You
got Chicago, right? Or at least you worked in Chicago for a while.
Him.
Very funny dude. Yeah.
Yeah. That's at the Skyline Comedy Club here in Appleton. Have you done that one?
Years ago when it was a Cliff and the other guys owned it. Now the other guy owns it out of Washington, right?
Yep. And he has like 7 other clubs. Adam Norwest. Yep. He's got like 7 other clubs, so it's good to get in with him,
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Fritz works for him quite a bit.
Yeah. So I got that coming up, and then I got the the open bar special in the Myrtle Beach one. So I think we plugged it all.
Perfect.
That's, in October.
All right, man. Done, buddy. All right. Well,
All
thank you
right.
for being here, man. You're the best. You're still watching? That's amazing. Nobody does that. Nobody, but you did. That means you want more. Pick one of these clips. Go for it. I dare you. Hey, also follow one of those social media thingies.